myself asking the same questions. How did I get here? Where I want to be? I look to my right and something's blocking me. Look to my left and something's after me. There's no relief, man. I guess that's why I ended up in the detention center. That shit was like hell. But you know, the very place I was hating ended up being my refuge. Talking to the therapist. She was real with me. And I appreciate that.
You want to know about my childhood? Let's see, where do I begin? Well, I grew up in the sticks of PA. I was the eldest of 2 and a dog. My parents were both still together, and they both worked really hard. My father was an architect. My mother, she owned 5 businesses, one of which was a liquor store. So I don't really have a sad sob story, but I do know pain. And I know you have a rough story. But I can't help you unless you tell me your story. So whenever you're ready to talk, I'm here. I'm listening.
Okay. So you really want to know about me. All right. So sit your pen down and listen for once, all right? Check it. Growing up on the south side of the Bronx wasn't easy. Gang banging, murder, wife beating, robbing, DSS taking away children, not giving a damn that they actually splitting up families. Same shit happened to my family back in '07. Mom's cooking dinner. Dad comes in drunk as usual. They argue as usual. But this argument went real south real quick. Pop pulled out a gun. Shot Mom in the head. Now she's a vegetable. I could have killed that bastard, but he ran off. Here come DSS, splitting me and my sister up. That shit was rough for me. She looked up to me like I was her father. Like I was her protector against all the monsters she would dream about. She went to live with my aunt and uncle up in Jersey. I stayed with my grams down in Harlem. It was hard adjusting to hear my grandma nag my ass all day. But you know what really kept me sane? Was the local center down the street. It was a hip-hop center full of freestyling MCs, dancers, poets, everything. It was a place where we could go and express ourselves any way we could. Any pain I felt, I put that in my poetry. But when that center closed down, I felt like I was back at square one. I didn't know what to do. And I damn sure wasn't going back to Grams, and I was too young to claim myself. So once again, here come the system, scooping me up, sending me all the way to Syracuse, New York. It was like a whole nother world up there. I mean, people in their fancy cars and white collar jobs. There was no graffiti, no MCs, no dancers, no poets, nothing. I felt like I was losing my mind. Foster moms comes in one day, said I was acting schizo, said it weirded her out, so she sent me to you.
Just telling your story. Like Bria said, tell our story.
Man, okay, I went off on the biology teacher in class. That's what got me in the guidance counselor's office. I don't know my genetic makeup, alright? But you wanna know something? I'm gonna be somebody someday. I ain't never known my dad, and my grandmama raised me. But you know what? My mama always instilled in me and my brother Branson that we're gonna be somebody someday. I always saw myself as being this big performer one day. My brother Branson, he'd be this big time inventor. I mean, he would come up with some of the most craziest yet most creative inventions ever. And he would build it out of nothing. My mom was never really big on hip hop, but she did tell me that, you know, just because it makes me feel some type of way doesn't mean it's wrong. Remember one day at the mall, Poor Georgie by MC Light came on the radio.
Who? And can I get the digits? Can I call you sometime so I can come and visit? I won't worry about it starting trouble, because if you try it, I will have to solve them.
That was the first song my mom said she could relate to. And it's a song that made me and my brother. They both died that night. Car accident. Hit and run, and no one saw nothing. No one heard anything. No one said shit. So when you come to me with this education BS, you better come correct, because I'm gonna be somebody, and education just might not be my key. And that's a guarantee.
16-year-old me sits way at the end of my sick mother's bed. We won't talk much. Age is too thick between us. She's all hospital gowns and smiles now. Her coughing catches my attention. So I go to give her a glass of water. Mistakenly, our eyes meet for a moment, and they scream, "Why did you have to get AIDS? Didn't you know that we needed you?" The room never breaks from its booming silence. AIDS is too loud, too thick, and takes up way too much space. Going downstairs, absentmindedly, I take a sip of her drink, and I'm reminded of the playground legends. You ain't trying to drink after you, son. Ain't trying to catch no AIDS. And then I ran down the stairs and poured the corn down the sink. And I held the cup high above my head, trying to escape the silence. AIDS didn't kill you, Mama. Words left unsaid like, I want to touch you. I want to hold you. I want to kiss your cheek. Forgive me. I forgive you. I love you. These words are my cure.